Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with Rosinante versus Reiju. And yeah, we end up going first, dropping the baby 1 searcher. Unable to search with it since it is Dawn 1 our first turn. But hey, getting that set up so we can possibly do something, and we are thankful to see just a chopper come out from the Reiju. Going to 3 Dawn here. There's a couple options. I could play the Dolphy, or I could search and do another search. So I think I am going to opt for the double search. And we end up seeing the 9-cost Sanji and 2 of our blocker laws, which is a little unfortunate, but not seeing Sugar, like, I'm kind of okay with not having blocker laws. Not seeing what I want to bounce it back. So we take the Rosinante, but we do have the 8-drop Kid, and that, honestly, that's okay. So tap 1, we're going to play down another baby 5, and tap our other one, and we are searching. And there is Sugar, actually, so that works out pretty good for us. But yeah, I do take Sugar. I was going to say 10-drop Dolphy is really tempting, but I am definitely worried about playing into the Reiju, not having, not if I don't have enough counter, if I don't have, things that I need. It's like 10-drop Dolphy won't really matter. Thankfully, we do have Carrot in our starting hand, and that's going to be really great. So we end up restanding our leader to be able to protect one of the baby 5s, honestly, which is, I feel like, basically what you want to use Rosinante's leader ability for. Protecting small bodies like the searchers, the Sugar, things of that nature. And yeah, so this game is still a OP08 game. I did want to show this one, and I am a little behind on videos, so wanted to just wanted to post this, and because this was a fun deck to play. So my opponent plays out the Niji, popping one of our baby 5s, swinging 6 at life, and we just give him the Viola, and we get a 0 cost, which is good. I like the 0 cost, but not really what I need right now. Definitely with Niji on the board, next turn we can get some Carrot goodness going. So we end up searching there, getting, what are we gonna get? The Sugar, seeing 2 Devals as well as a Rosinante blocker. And yeah, I do opt for the Rosinante blocker, which kind of makes sense. I feel like in this matchup, Sugar is good. Sugar will be good. But keeping Sugar alive is going to be a little tough. And yeah, so I am going to put that Rosinante in my hand eventually. Don't worry about it. I actually might end up playing out one of the Rosinantes. Yep, there I go, putting Rosinante in my hand. I end up tapping 2. Oh, I'm not tapping 2. I go 5 first before tapping 2, just in case they get some sort of silly trigger that can pop my body. So I tap 2 for the Rosinante, and I think I'm thinking about tapping 2 for the other Rosinante or Sugar. And I think that honestly, I think either of those is okay. I think Sugar's probably better, but I do go with the other Rosinante and pass turn. So our hand is looking pretty low on counter, but we do have a couple blockers on board, making it really hard for our opponent to, potentially hit us. Thanks, blockers. That's what they do. But yeah, let's see. My opponent is at, it looks like 5 Dawn, so that's good for them. Not too great for me, and unfortunately, I'd be happier if they were at lower Dawn, but if they swing the Niji, I am going to play Carrot next turn. If they swing, yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably end up taking some life, because at this point in the game, seeing what I have, I'm thinking, okay, I need to set up for 8-drop Kid. And as a green hater, I hate that I have 8-drop Kid, and that I am opting to play it. I am also thinking about countering out with it if I need to. Just because I don't want to go too low. But they end up playing the Sora, trashing the what is that? The Ichiji. and getting the baby Niji back, which either if they needed counter, I don't think that was the play, but they end up tapping the 1 for Sora, and they tap the remaining 4 for just hard dropping the Reiju. Which to me that says I don't have stage. He doesn't have much, unfortunately. But yeah, he's counting his Dawn, and we are at equal Dawn, I believe. So he does get to draw the cards. Just clarifying that with him, because he thought he had to be at less, and I was like, no, we can. It's equal as well. Like, that's fine. And yeah, he ends up swinging 5 at lead, and I'm honestly fine with taking it, getting another baby 5 search, so we can really be searching if we want. And the Niji swings, I think he's a 6, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. And yeah, I just go ahead and take, getting more cards in my hand. And yeah, with the 0 cost event, I end up I rest the blocker chopper, which I don't hate. Kind of interesting choice. I think at this point I'm thinking I'll get a free hit on something, potentially. And that's why I rested the blocker chopper. At least one swing in the life. That's my guess, is that I'm thinking, okay, here, I'm gonna swing into his life. He's gonna have to take it. Which, not always the case here. So I end up swinging 5 with lead. Oh no, I swing 5 at chopper, just getting rid of that blocker chopper. And I think at this point, it's looking like Carrot and Sugar are coming down. So, yeah, that is fine with me. That's not a terrible play, getting rid of that chopper. We end up dropping the Carrot, freezing the Niji. Vi's very excited about it. I don't know if you guys can hear her. And I am thinking about dropping. I think at this moment I'm torn between searching with Baby 5 and playing Sugar, and I do opt to search with Baby 5, and kind of a bummer to put the Hody at the bottom, but hey, you know what, grabbing another Rosinante is not bad. And I think I tap 1. I think I'm thinking about playing out out the Baby 5. Oh, it's a tough day. And I think I decide not to. But I am helping my buddy who is learning the game next to me. And I think his opponent during this game was also learning. So we were trying to help with that. So there may be random cuts in this video. And if there are, that's what that is. It's just us helping out. So with my remaining Dawn, I think I'm torn between dropping Baby 5 or keeping Baby 5 because she is counter. And I do end up keeping Baby 5, only leaving 1 Dawn up. So a little bit of poor Dawn management there, but that's what happens when you change your mind partway through your turn. Definitely do that a lot, unfortunately. And that makes, I don't know if you guys can hear it. If you can, it probably sounds a little weird because I clean up the audio and it makes background noise sound weird, but Vi is incredibly upset about that. But hey, speaking of things to be upset about, my opponent finally gets their Germa stage, the Kingdom of Germa. So that's great for them. Love that for them. Hate that for me. They're now putting those bricks in their trash, the big Ichiji's, and they are able to look for the small Ichiji's, which at this point it seems like they haven't had any, which once again, great for me, not great for them. So I'm thinking at this point, if they start minusing Dawn, if they start going low on Dawn, our best option is to 8 cost Kid. As much as I hate it, 8 cost Kid can play out another Rosinante. So they end up grabbing a big Reiju on the search there, and I bump the table, or someone bumps the table. I won't say who. Just kidding, it was probably me. As you can see, my leg is bouncing, dude. And that's why I had someone comment like you're fanning your cards, like the cards are gonna change. No, I just get fidgety, and I that's how I think. So I'm sorry if it is annoying, but your boys gotta think, man. Speaking of thinking, the baby Ichiji comes out, the big Ichiji comes out, but better. They end up swinging. This kind of sucks. They end up swinging Sora into the Baby 5, and I'm like, okay, I guess, like, because they are a negative 2, I think, at that point, because EGG did end up minusing them. So I could have given them a Rosinante, but at this point I am thinking 8-cost kid is the play. They end up swinging 5, and boom, I give them a baby 5, just to, you know, live a little longer. And with the 6K swing coming at me, I really don't want to block with Rosinante, but I feel like I'm in a spot where I might have to. I'm thinking about using the 0-cost event, and I just decided to take it, and we get Sanji, so that's, yep, I end up countering out of the EGG swing with the 0-cost event and the Sanji, and we get a 2K, so that's great for us. Yeah, with this deck, I like the Sanji, but I think I'm only running it as like a 2, because I just can't, there's not a ton of ways to stack the top of the deck. So, we are at 9 Dawn, so we could have blind flipped, but, you know, I'm going sweaty here. With the 8 Dawn, or the 9 Dawn I have, I set 8 aside, put 1 up, so I make sure I can activate Kid ability, and we swing 5 at, or 6, I think. Do I freeze EGG? Can she freeze EGG? Hold up. I thought she could only freeze a 5K or more. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I freeze either EGG or Niji there, and we swing the Rosinante, or then the Rosinante leader into, I assume, Reiju. I could be wrong. I could just be going for face, which I don't think is the worst choice against the Reiju. But we do go and drop the 8-cost kid, resting kid, and attaching a Dawn underneath. And then he plays out the Rosinante. And yeah, I'm just counting my board because I don't know, man. I have to physically count things, okay, guys? I'm sorry. I'm a slow learner, okay? So yeah, I put the dice on. I froze EGG. That's great. Or I froze Red Ranger. I don't remember which brother it is, man. We all know Sanji's best brother anyway. Actually, I also really like Yonji so far. I like his card. I like his character. His character's just a stupid idiot. But anyway, enough about that. So, having my sugars in hand, it's interesting that I didn't really get the opportunity to use sugar. It was just, I feel like this game, the option to play down 8-cost kid and blocker up was the better choice. So I am okay with that, and freezing EGG is really good, man. I think it is a 7 or more, but I thought it was only a 5. I'm probably thinking of a different card. But my opponent is taking some time to think about it because he has to swing into Eustace Kid, and Eustace Kid is at 8k body. 8k body, and my opponent doesn't have a ton of Dawn. So he could swing, but at this point, it may not do much. And yeah, I mean, that's big. So he ends up swinging, or he ends up getting the baby EGG off the search, which he ends up playing, and we know that he has another one in his trash, another big EGG in his trash here, and yeah, we'll. It's kind of tough because, as I mentioned, that'll make Kid a 6 if he minuses, and that's good. But I have a decent amount of counters. Worst case scenario, not only do I have blockers, but I have blockers in my hand too. So he minuses the Dawn Reiju ability. I almost said Renji. I've been playing Union Arena. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Union Arena is fun. And yeah, he drops the EGG, and he actually ends up minusing the carrot, which I was really shocked by that. I wasn't sure if that was a misplay or there's a good chance, I think my opponent is a little bit newer, so there's a good chance he was unfamiliar with Kid, since Kid is an older card. I did end up telling him that he did have to attack into Kid when it has the Dawn under it. But yeah, that definitely made it tough. He ends up trashing 2, playing out a baby Reiju. And I think milling 1, and I think he's got the big Reiju in his hand, or minusing 1. So he's minusing his Dawn a lot at this point, and I have a 8k body he has to swing into. And yeah, you guys can probably maybe hear Vi. She thinks it's tragic. I agree, Vi. It is very tragic. 8-cost Kid is so stupid. I will be the first one to tell you guys. 8-cost Kid is dumb, and yeah, I hate that it's one of my win conditions in this Rosinante deck, but it's dumb, but it's good, okay? Like, look at this, like, disgusting. So, he ends up swinging the 8 into, or he ends up swinging 10, I think. He swings more than 8, and I give him a 3k counter. I can't see how many Dawn he has on, because they're all very dark Dawn. And let's be real, I just can't count. So he swings, I counter, and he ends up passing turn. We get the Hody, but at this point, I'm not sure if the Hody is gonna do much. And we know that one of the ETGs is gonna be able to attack next turn as well, unless I kind of just swing into board. So start off, we do our Eustace Kid thing. We do the cheese, if you will, and I think I actually do a little bit of a misplay, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to decide what I want to do, how I want to do it. But I swing the 9 into lead, and he takes it. And then I swing the 6 into, I assume, lead. I think that my thought on Reiju, and it should be my thought on things like Dofi as well, is trying to just try to avoid the board and swing at face if I can. I don't know. So we end up swinging 7 with the carrot. I think we just keep that same ETG locked down. Yeah, the dice is still there. We leave them there. And they end up giving me 2 cards, the Black Maria and the Niji. And I end up trashing one of the blockers to play out Hody Jones. Yeah, and I swing 8 into the ETG, and I take my life, and we get 10 cost Dofi. Very cool, very cool. So at this point, I'm thinking I messed up. I think I should have gotten rid of the carrot at that point. And he does counter out to keep the EGG alive, which is a little scary. But I think that with the Dawn he has, I think that's 4 Dawn over there, 5, 6 Dawn. So, but we do know that he had a Black Maria and he used it to counter out. So it looks like he's at 8 Dawn. So that's more Dawn than I'd like. But, we'll see. At this point, I'm thinking, maybe Hody was not the play. I probably should have, and if I did Hody, I should have replaced Carrot, maybe. But Carrot keeping a body frozen on board was just too, appealing to me. I needed that. I wanted to be able to lock up one of his EGGs. Seeing that he's only seen 2 big EGGs, if one of them is on his, stuck on his board, that's a good place for it. I like it there. I like it better than, in the trash. So, they end up swinging the 8 with Law, and I give him the 1k in the Dofi. They swing, I think, another 8, and I give them the 1k in Sugar. Hoping that they just, swing a lot of their board, and I can just kind of, lock most of their board down, especially with Tengo's Dofi next turn. They don't have the Dawn to swing with, Carrot, or excuse me, not Carrot. I've got Carrot. With Reiju, or, Reiju. Leader Reiju. There's too many Reijus on that board. But with 10 cost Dofi, I can definitely lock down the rest of his stuff, get a large body on board, and potentially do some work. I think he's got 3 life left. The layout will tell you guys. I haven't edited in the layout yet. It looks like 2 or 3 life, so getting a Kaya is lovely, but not what we need. There is a chance I could... Yeah, I think even though we wouldn't be able to put the Dawn on Rosinante, oh, he must have like 3 life right now, because I am mathing. Maybe he has 3 life. I don't know, because it looks like I'm thinking about going for game. Yeah, I'm going for game. Okay, we'll see. I end up swinging... That's 2 life. Okay, so I swing the... What is that? 9 with lead. And, we end up getting it. I swing 8 here. Just to... At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I have 2 more bigger swings. I'm probably going to get some counter out of hand. And I just need these other 2 to hit if he counters. And he doesn't counter, so I end up swinging 10, I think. I think we're doing 10-10. And, yeah, that is it. So, honestly, 8-cost kid really putting the work in. And I hate it. I hate it so much. I think even if he did minus kid and swing into kid, I think I had enough counter to keep him alive. Depending on how he mathed those swings, because he would have dropped to a 6, yeah, 6, and then I had 4k counter in hand, I think, and 3 blockers, so I think even if he did that, I would have been okay. A little risky going for game there. No, I mean, I think I was at a point where I had to go for game or he was going to get it next turn, so, yeah, overall, pretty pleased with how I played this one, and, yeah, next video, we will be doing some 8.5 Purple Luffy. I'm just a little behind on my videos, and I gotta start editing them out, but it's hard, because all I want to do is play card games, and I want to play a bunch of UA. I'm playing so much UA, and I'm gonna be doing UA as well, but those videos are gonna be, posted a little later in the day than my One Piece videos, and only on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe. So, sorry about that, if you are a UA hater, but it's really fun, and I'm having a really good time, and it's kind of, re-energizing me to, play some games, so. And also this week, not only is it a holiday week, but my birthday is on Friday, so and I got a friend visiting, so I have to do a lot, so, and I'm slacking, because games are fun. But anyway, I'll shut up now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe and check out Thousand Noble. I make playmats. I enjoy it. And I enjoy you. Yeah, you. Right there. I want to talk to you guys. I don't know, man. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.